saying grace is oftentimes overlooked. We should always say grace before our meals. And I was remembering that as a child, of course, and as an adult, I have to admit, sometimes it can easily be forgotten. And even at Thanksgiving, we make, of course, a big deal about saying grace, and it is a big deal. So it is every meal that we have. It's a chance for us to be grateful and to recognize. Sometimes we're already feeding ourselves and halfway in it before we realize how generous was that we are receiving. How generous is God always bestowing love and providing for us. And then at the same time, teaching us that in our emptiness, in emptying of ourselves for others, we're imitating what he's doing. That's why in the multiplication of the loaves and fish, today's gospel reading really suggests that just as the crowds were satisfied at that moment and fed by the Lord, so then they were able to continue their journey. And so with us. He taught his disciples the same way. As they were to go and make more and more disciples, they had to receive food first, empty themselves, be ready to receive that bread of life, that generous gift of God's love. Yes, saying grace, remembering to be grateful, it should be a part of our lives every day. And maybe that's what we can do every time when we gather here for the Eucharist together. We can remember that sense of communion and that sense of obligation that we all have to be grateful, thankful for this time, grateful and thankful for the gift of the Eucharist in which Jesus, the Word made flesh, gives us his very body and blood for us. He gives us himself for food for our journey. He nourishes us and reminds us how much he loves us. Every Mass is a remembrance of that communion and a call for all of us to be the body of Christ and to be ready to share, ready to distribute all the generous things, all the leftovers that God offers to us.